guys, Mitch here. Just wanted to make a video. I was watching a video of Stan, the landscaping guy, about a job that he done recently, and where he quoted a price, whatever that price was, and then he had one of his workers go out, do the job. He quoted the price at 6 hours labour, I think it was, or 7 hours labour or something like that. And he come back and told everyone on YouTube and all his followers and subscribers and stuff that the job only took 1 hour, and he still charged the same amount. I understand that, like, he gave a quote, and you know, that was accepted, and that makes that fine. You know, there's no dramas at all. The customer accepted the quote and go from there. What I wanted to touch on was the way, I don't know if I do it differently to everyone else, but this is the way I feel comfortable doing it with my customers, new clients, whatever it might be. Quite often you get, when you ask to get a quote, it's often from a new client. If you've got an existing client that asks you to do garden work or whatever, they just ask you to do it, and they don't really ask about a price, because they generally know what you charge per hour or whatever it might be. You go and do the work, and if it takes you 3 hours, you charge them 3 hours labour. When I get a new client, or when I get asked to do a new quote, for example, I had the same situation this week. I had an elderly lady whose garden had been quite neglected for quite some time. She's obviously on a limited income, and there's a fair bit of work to be done there. I gave her a price to do her lawn ongoing, and then I just told her my hourly rate for doing garden work. So what we agreed to do is I'm going to do $100 worth of work there every 2 weeks until it's in shape, and then it's an ongoing price. Now, the amount of work that I did for that $100 in that first day was quite substantial, but the way I look at it, and this is referring back to another video I watched from Brian at Top Notch. He did a video, I think he put it out yesterday, on a lawn that he quoted $45 for, and it was super high. Took him a lot longer than it should have, probably twice as long as what it would do normally. And but he made exactly the right comment straight after it, and it's exactly the way I feel. Is when you do a quote or something like that, I think you can shoot yourself in the foot if you go too high and they turn you down. But my way of thinking is that if you do a quote, and even that it's just that first time there, it may take you a little bit longer, but once you've got it in shape, after that first or second cut or garden work, whatever it might be, you know that it's going to be easy work and it's an ongoing client. You know, it's ongoing business. So I've basically told that lady that I'm going to be there every 2 weeks until I've got it in shape. Now, that after that first initial visit, that's when I'm going to start making better money, and I'm not going to have to, you know, do the same amount of work for that same amount of money. Well, it's not as if I'm, you know, be ripping her off. I'd still be doing the 2 hours work, but it won't, like the other day I did, you know, equivalent to probably 3 hours work, which is, you know, which is for the amount we did. I'll actually put some photos up of some before and afters of what we did in that. My wife and I were there for an hour and a half, so that equals 3 man hours. And you know, money's worth for $100. Let me give you the tip. So I think it's when you're dealing with landscaping, I think it's a lot different. I think you deal more with quotes. It's not necessarily ongoing clients. So that's where, I mean, my mentality is that if something takes you 1 hour, then you charge 1 hour. You know, if you might charge a little bit more per hour if you're going to do like or whatever. But you know, so it's sort of, especially the thing that got me was that he posted it on Facebook, he posted it on social media. Like, you know, there's plenty of jobs out there where I don't think that you would like your customers to not that you do anything wrong by them, but they might feel awkward about or bad about it. I just know that if I was that customer and I knew that a tradesman had quoted me on an hourly rate, so they've said 6 hours work and I charge $50 an hour, that's $300, and that only took them 1 hour and they still charged me for 6 hours work, I'd be pissed off. But that's just my way of thinking, and that's where I think you can make really good money out of quoting, but I think you can also shoot yourself in the foot and also get a bad reputation for ripping people off. And you know, I live in sort of a group of small towns, which I work in just about all of them, and you know, reputations are hard to get a good one initially, but super easy to get a bad one. You know, you do the wrong thing by the wrong person, they'll tell everyone, and before you know it, your reputation sucks and you're up shit creek, especially when you're in the game of trying to find new customers and new business all the time, which we are. So I just wanted to talk about that. There was 2 different scenarios and 2 different videos that I watched. Brian Shane from Top Notch, he gave a really good example, and then Stan's example of quoting in landscaping jobs. Nothing against Stan at all, like, he's doing great things and I love his channel and I watch all his videos, and you know, as I said, I enjoy watching it, but I suppose that's just the difference between landscaping jobs, or you know, even as sort of hardscaping even, as opposed to doing lawn and garden maintenance. Yeah, quoting can be a scary thing, you know, on both ends of the scale. You know, you can make good money if you overquote and it doesn't take you as long as what you initially thought, or you underquote and then you shoot yourself in the foot. But initially underquoting, if they're an ongoing client, you know, you make that money up in the long run anyway, so there's no big drama if you've got to do a little bit extra that first time. And that's why I'm referring to Brian's video and the pictures that I'll put up in this video, just, you know, showing that, you know, do a good job, especially that first time. You know, even if you're not, you know, you break even or you might lose a bit of money, you make that money up because they're an ongoing client. And that, as I said, that's what we're all focused on doing, is having those ongoing clients, the people that we go and visit every week, 2 weeks, whatever it might be. And you know, they're there paying you every time you go there. That's what you want. You don't want, as I said, landscaping's a totally different kettle of fish, and it's just something that I'm not used to, and I've probably got to get better at it too, and get better at understanding that if, you know, the bid's accepted, then you know, so be it. That's the customer's fault. But I just don't know about advertising that and putting it out on social media. I think that's a bit, how you going? I don't know about that. I just know I would be pissed off if that was me, put it that way. So, you know, I would assume that most other people would be too. Righto guys, talk to you soon. Peace.